Hey, Milestone, it's time for tonight's Milestone Minute. And tonight I'm over here at the church, and a couple different reasons. And the one is more for technology. We're streaming on Facebook and YouTube, and doing a new program to make this so that on Sunday, for Easter Sunday, we can stream both on Facebook and on YouTube at the same time, and be able to reach an even broader audience and see how that goes. So we're testing it out tonight, and hopefully all goes well. It's Friday night, and tonight I want to talk about this chair a little bit. When I was 6 years old, first grade, I went to this private school where they still, for punishment for certain things, they would spank you. And Dr. Reifenberg was the principal, and he had this paddle that was this big, like this huge thing for me, and had holes in it. And the beginning of the year, his pep talk was, if you do something wrong, I'm going to use this paddle on you. And these holes in the paddle allow for the air to flow through it so I can spank you even harder. And that was the fear that he tried to drive into all of us. And that was interesting times. That would not work today. But I remember there was a time that it got used on me. It was that I was sitting in a chair in class, and I was going back and forth, and it was squeaking. And I thought it'd be fun to make the chair squeak a lot. And so I kept doing it. And the teacher said, "Who's squeaking that chair?" And I didn't say anything. And then I squeaked again. She asked again later, "Who's squeaking that chair?" And several times later, she got so frustrated because I kept squeaking it throughout the day. And she pulled me aside and she said, "Are you squeaking that chair?" And I kept saying no. I kept lying to her over and over and over till finally I told the truth. Well, that's all it took to go see Dr. Reifenberg and get that paddle. The paddle wasn't that big of a deal. But the reality was I was wrong and didn't want to admit it. You ever do that? You ever do something wrong and you don't want to admit it? I find that's the way it is a lot of times. Jesus is hanging on the cross, and one of the first things that he says is, "Forgive them, Father." They have no idea what they're doing. They can't even admit that they're wrong. One thief on one side is just berating Jesus, and the other one is finally recognizing that he's done something wrong, that he deserves this. I find in life that many people can't say, "I'm sorry. I was wrong." Maybe that's something we should be practicing. You know, that's what Easter's really all about. Jesus' humility should drive us to humility, to say, "I was wrong and I am sorry." And so maybe there's somebody that you need to say you're sorry to tonight. And maybe you need to work at that. Maybe it's this weekend or whatever in your life. Maybe there's something that you need to correct. I want to encourage you to do that. That's what this is all about. Don't be like in that squeaky chair and say, "It wasn't me. I didn't do it." And graciously, if someone says they're sorry to you, forgive them. Don't pull out a paddle, please. Just forgive them and be gracious. It's a privilege to be able to serve. It's a privilege to be here, and looking forward to Sunday and being able to gather together. Tomorrow night we'll have one more Milestone Minute, and I hope that you're watching these videos. They certainly are compelling and great to be reminded of what Jesus has done for us. He loves us and gave everything so that he could have a relationship with us. And so church, I love you. Have a great night.